of the ways like I discovered your ministry was on Instagram, and God just spoke to me. He's like, reach out, because I just saw like all the work that you're doing. And I love that you have a Pray for Israel by Name campaign where you had names of the hostages written on their hands. So tell us about, the work that firm is doing and just the way that he is truly using you and your whole entire team during this season to truly be like the hands and feet of Jesus, to be the light in the midst of the darkness. I mean, it's truly incredible.
Yeah, so our heart is to see a day where every person in Israel is transformed. We do that through our local ministry partners. And so we were really geared to be a catalyst in this moment to say, how can we, not just we, our organization, but we as the body, respond to the need? And we didn't know what all the needs were. We just showed up. So I remember as soon as they let us, as soon as they opened the roads, I think it was October 10th, I drove down early that morning with some of our team members to the Gaza border, to some of these communities, people that had lived in bomb shelters for 72 hours with terrorists roaming the streets. And they had started to be evacuated. We just started learning about the needs, and very quickly we identified 3 ways we could help. We started to evacuate and relocate families. Now we have over 250,000 people that have been evacuated out of their homes, many of them now for almost 2 months. And we stumbled into the ability to host them into different centers all across the country, some villages and guest houses, some hotels. But now we're actively hosting 1,500 people, including 400 children in 7 different centers across the country. And we didn't have a grand strategy. We just said, yes, God. Someone gave us a hotel, and then someone opened up their kibbutz, and someone else had a guest house. And we slowly were able to do more and more and more. And what was amazing is the ministry that's able to happen. Because all of a sudden, you're not just caring for someone in the moment. You're becoming their home for months. People that never would have thought or been open to Yeshua are now interacting with Messianic Jews, and they're seeing these are the people who are stepping up to help in their time of need. We also started to do emergency food and water. We opened up a kitchen along with a number of other partners in the center of Israel, doing up to 2,000 hot restaurant quality meals a day out to needy families, people in bomb shelters, people who had their husbands in the army. We started doing grocery boxes as well. And still to this day, we're doing 3,000 grocery boxes a week. Each of those feed a family of 5 and for an entire week. And we're doing that all across the country through 10 different distribution hubs. And the beautiful thing about that is it empowers the local congregations to really be the hands and feet of Yeshua. It's not all our team. We're running the logistics. We're helping to coordinate. But we want to see local pastors and leaders that are meeting the needs of the people in their community. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen. And then the final piece has really been helping with critical equipment and supplies, generators, and at first it was battery packs and socks, and now it's rain jackets and coats and blankets and mattresses. There's so many different needs, and one of the coolest projects we've been able to be a part of is actually helping to literally save people's lives by providing life-protecting bulletproof vests. Wow. So many of the soldiers and the border control on the front lines of these communities were without bulletproof vests with ceramic plates in the front and the back. And we were out of stock in the country. So our team miraculously, through a divine intervention, was able to source these vests that were IDF approved. We've now funded over 2,200 of these vests, all to different units along the Gaza border. And the amazing thing is we go to a unit that has a Messianic Jew as one of the soldiers. And we come in and we bless the entire unit. We say, but it's because of this soldier, and it opens up an opportunity for them to share their testimony, their faith. They say we become the most popular people in the unit. We've done that with vests. Now we've done that with 1,700 helmets as well. And so it's amazing. If you had asked me 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, would this ever have been possible? We couldn't have imagined it, but we've been so blessed by generosity from people literally all around the world. And I think that's what is the helpful counterbalance when you feel the pain and the grief, when you feel like, wow, there's people who are supporting us. Yeah. In fact, right now we're hosting 10 bishops, African bishops from Kenya that came on a solidarity trip to Israel. I can't even express what that means to us, that we have people that flew in during this time. And tomorrow we're having 75 volunteers from 9 different countries around the world, all Christians. They're flying into Israel. People think they're crazy, and they're coming to serve. They're coming to care for displaced children and to help feed people in need and to help rebuild and prepare some of these southern communities for people to start returning home. And so I just think it's amazing. That's what that's what's the redeeming thing for me, is in the light of all the darkness and the anti-Semitism and the grief and the pain, seeing the local body rise up and seeing the global church really encourage, support, and even just show up and serve really makes all the difference.
Wow, Michael, my face the whole time, I was just like, this is amazing. And just hearing the stories, because these are the things that we don't hear on the news, because of the way that God is supernaturally moving, how Jesus is bringing his bride together to be on the grounds, to be on the feet, and just showing love in such a horrible time. I think like arise and shine, for his glory has come, because even though there's gross darkness is covering Israel, right? We are called to be that light. And that's what you and so many others are just coming together. I love it. I love that unity. And oh, my heart right now, like honestly, I'm just hearing it. My heart is so full. My spirit is just full of so much joy.